Hello, this is Jay Grayce here, the TribeccaRadio.net. To formally introduce you, this is Dr. Bernie Dahl, and this is how I became interested, is because the near-death experience that I had mentioned that I didn't want to talk about until he came.
Right. Okay, here we go. Now I get to hear too.
But so he actually had a near-death experience, and I wanted him to share his story. And he has a wonderful website. What's the website again? Tell us, everyone.
MountWashingtonMisadventure.com.
And you could tell us why it's a misadventure.
Because I made some boo-boos. 3 big boo-boos.
Okay.
And I've never denied that, but I've gotten a raft of bad stuff from people over the years.
Really? How so? What do you mean?
Well, because I hiked alone, solo. It was raining. My usual partners, my wife, and a friend, David, didn't want to hike. I had just come from giving a seminar in Portland, Maine, to medical technologists on the one-page strategic planner, and I'm a strategic planner, so I decided, heck, I had planned to go, already paid for the room, so I went. Even though the rain changed to snow, I kept going. So the number one argument against what I did was I kept going when the rain changed to snow on Mount Washington, which is known to have very changeable weather and have some of the worst weather recorded on Earth.
Oh, nice.
And the second thing I got bad press for was that I kept going. First thing was was solo. Second, I kept going when it rain changed to snow. But I'm a Norwegian, we like snow, we like ice, we like glaciers. That's my only excuse.
You felt at home.
Very. Oh no, it was tears in my eyes. It was a marvelous experience. I write about it. And the third thing was I used my cell phone to call for help instead of good judgment. And no. I had bad judgment and a cell phone. Had I not had the cell phone, I'd be dead, or I'd lost my kidneys, or I'd lost my feet, my toes, and other parts of your body that hang out.
So let me go back to that. So did you get criticism because you used your cell phone?
Oh, yeah.
I don't talk to us. I don't get
well, just for the listeners too. I just wanted to find out where is Mount Washington.
Okay, so people know. Mount Washington's the highest point in the Northeast, but not in the east.
Okay,
make money on that. Mount Mitchell's the highest mountain in the east of the Mississippi, and that's in North Carolina. But I had done big mountains all over the world at that time. Done Kilimanjaro and
I saw in your bio. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I liked that. I didn't start my big mountains, high mountains, until I was around 50. Because I had kids and I had a big practice with a lot of other pathologists and 600 people working under us. So I felt I'd better be responsible.
Right.
And around the age of 50, I got invited to the 100th anniversary of the first people to climb Kilimanjaro, the first white people, non-Africans.
Wow.
Africans were too smart. They never went to Kilimanjaro because that's where the gods were. So the white people come by, some idiot, but a German guy. See, anybody German here?
No.
Anyway,
well, we have a German coming right now.
Oh my! Anyway, yeah.
So you know what? And then she had the question about how did you get criticized by using your cell phone?
Anyway, so I did mountains, big mountains, and so I had a lot of experience on mountains. And
so you felt
guides.
confident.
Yeah, very much so. But it was an emotional thing, and I think, and I've done a lot of the stuff with Joseph Campbell and mythology, and to me, this whole story, which I've written a lot about, and that's why I'm here.
And you have a book, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell us about that.
The book deals with, it's a hybrid book. It's called What Better Place to Die, and that's a reason for that title we'll get to in a moment. It's based the story of what happened on the mountain, number one. And Joseph Campbell, again, this thing was sort of a mythology thing. It was like a quest. When the rain changed to snow, I was lured into the forbidden forest. Joseph Campbell talks about different types of lore, and Irish lore says the Irish hunter sees the ultimate stag. No one's ever, and he follows it into the forbidden woods. That's the call to adventure. So that's why I rationalized this thing, the call to adventure, and it was. It wasn't an adventure; it was a misadventure.
Right.
Anyway, back to the book. The book talks about the trip and what it did to me, what I learned on the mountain, about myself and about my life, and then I came home. I shared that message with other people and have done a number of seminars, about 60 of them. I get paid between $2,000 and $3,000, sometimes $3,500 a night to make a fool out of myself.
What did you learn?
What did I learn? I learned probably was a whole host of things. I think as I was lying there dying, frozen.
Well, can we go back? I just want to go back a little bit because Okay, so it started snowing, and,
Okay,
and you're there.
We'll do linear logic. I
Yes,
love that. We'll
yes.
follow this in a chronological order.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go there. So now what's happening?
Although Aristotle says we should in media res start in the middle of the story, and you got the middle of the
Yeah,
story.
we got the middle, so now I wanna go-
get to the beginning.
I want to know what he learned, man.
Yeah.
No,
That's at the,
We'll get there.
That's at the
Patience,
That's a good
patience.
question. That's at the end of the story. That's a perfectly good question. And that's what we've been talking about all day at the National Publicity Summit.
And you
Anyway.
have to tell us a little bit about that later, because
Yeah.
it sounds very interesting.
Okay, what happened was basically I go out there and I've got average clothes for October 23rd. That was 8 years ago yesterday.
Wow.
I should be on the mountain right now celebrating because I'm still alive. And so I decided to go, and it was a Saturday.
So you're 8 years old, technically.
Yeah, that's
8 years
right,
old.
when you think about it. And so what happened was I went to the Pinkham Notch, and there's a bunch of young people there, and I tried to get myself invited into another group, and they were sort of busy and so forth. And everybody looked so young, and I was so old, you know. So the hell, go by myself, be by myself, have fun. So I went up Tuckerman's Ravine. I went up quite a ways up, and then it got to the point where there was a river that's called Cutler River, and it flows down Tuckerman Ravine where the people ski right in the springtime. And I didn't want to ford that stream. I might fall in, and I was there alone and so forth. A little bit of ice was coming down out of the sky, so I went back down again. Then I says, I'm not going to give up already. I'd been there that summer. I was a member of the Presidential Council of the Appalachian Mountain Club, okay?
Doesn't nature know who I am?
Oh, yeah. No, what happens is embarrassment. So what happens is the next thing I go back, I'm down. So I'm not going to give up. No. Then I saw the trail called Lion Head Trail. I had trained on that like 7 or 8 years ago. Before that, when in preparation for going up Aconcagua, which is the highest mountain outside of Asia.
Oh, wow.
Which I've not summited yet, but I've had 2 tries anyway. So I said, I'm going to go up Lion Head. This is great. So I went up Lion Head, and that's when the rain changed to snow. And it's steep, but there's a lot of things that can hang on, bars and stuff like that. It was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. And so I kept going and going and going.
And you felt good?
Felt really good.
Did you, any warning signs, anything inside you said, maybe I should head back, anything?
No, not until just about right now. I come over the crest of Lion Head, and the wind blows in from Tuckerman Ravine. Not predicted by the weather forecast, but it's an unpredictable place. And there I should have gone down. But I happen to have had, at that time, one knee prosthesis, and it's easier for me to ascend than to descend. And since I'd been there that summer and I knew the trail, I was going to go on a relatively flat thing over to the auto road and down. And so it was perfectly logical. It was a little bit aggressive. So I'm going along there, chugging along. The wind is from my back. The Irish people like that because the wind is from your back. So I come along here, and I'm coming along, and all of a sudden I see one guy, and he's going down. And he says, I'm from Florida. This is not my kind of weather.
And what do you say?
I'm from New England. This is my kind of weather.
Right, that's what I
Which,
figured.
of course, was dumb. But then I get to the junction of Huntington Ravine and this Alpine Garden Trail, and I knew I was in big trouble because the cairns are huge. What's that?
No, keep on.
The
Keep on
cairns
talking.
were huge. The things that marked the trail, stones. I said, there must be bad weather here, and there was. So I put all the gear I had on me, which was good, and a little pack, and then I saw the sign that says take a left to go to the auto road. So, hey, I know I could go straight that way. I'll go to the auto road this way. Knew the trail. I was not lost. Got 17 cairns up. Boom, boom. I couldn't see the next one. So I stopped, and I said, no, I'm going to keep going. Had I been with someone else, we could have leapfrogged, cairn to cairn to cairn, gotten to the auto road.
What's a cairn?
Cairn's a pile of rocks that mark the trail.
That mark the trail. Okay.
Well, what's it called again?
Cairn, C-A-I-R-N.
I thought you said Karen.
I think a cairn is Scottish of origin, but anyway.
Well, actually, we're going to be right back after this, right?